There is an elite tier hidden among the millions of products on Amazon, items that veteran DIY ears quietly hunt for, but most buyers have never even encountered. You'd be awesome if you subscribed and liked this video. 1. Impact nut. If you're terrified of scratching your brand new rims while changing tires, this set of sockets, priced around $20, is worth a try. These aren't big-name brands like Milwaukee or Makita, just entry-level gear. But the outer plastic sleeve is the real selling point, allowing you to tighten lug nuts without worrying about wheel damage. They are perfectly fine for DIY home vehicle maintenance. However, if you are a professional tire technician dealing with stubborn, rusted bolts every single day, you should aim for Kango or Sunex. Their steel is significantly more durable under continuous high-torque applications. Now that you've protected your rims from scratches, do you know how to dry your car without lugging around a long, cumbersome hose? A trick that detailing enthusiasts have been whispering about lately. 2. Milwaukee Stubby Nozzle. If you are passionate about car care, this item has been making waves over the last few months, spreading across social media detailing groups as everyone talks about it. It's an aftermarket accessory specifically made for the Milwaukee M18 blower, designed to shorten the length of the original nozzle and create a highly concentrated airflow to dry your car without the hassle of a bulky hose. At just $30 to $40 on Amazon, it's a small price to pay for the effort it saves you. The 3D printed PETG plastic material is both rigid and heat-resistant. Plus, it allows you to get into door jams, side mirrors, and tight spots that the original long nozzle could never reach. 3. JUU Drill Sharpener. The JUU Drill Sharpener comes from smaller international manufacturers, not a famous brand, but in exchange, the price is quite affordable, making it a suitable backup tool for your workshop. If you only need to touch up cheap drill bits for everyday tasks, the JUU Drill Sharpener performs well. It's simple to operate, and anyone can use it on the first try without a complicated manual. However, if you need to grind at a precise angle with automatic alignment to make your bits as sharp as new, the JUU Drill Sharpener isn't up to the task. Its inconsistent accuracy means you might have to grind repeatedly with little success. In that case, investing directly in a drill doctor is the right choice. That is the standard that veteran American tradesmen trust. 4. Bead Bazooka 2nd Gen. This is a heavy-duty weapon from Gaither Tool. The price tag might make you wince a bit, ranging from $450 to $600, but in return, you have the ultimate solution for stubborn truck or off-road tires that just won't seat properly by hand. The rapid release valve shoots such a powerful blast of air that the tire bead pops onto the rim in an instant. If you change tires on your own pickup truck and the bead is stubborn, one shot with this will handle it, which is much faster than those cheap, unreliable tire bead seaters. Just keep in mind that you need a high-pressure air compressor on hand to unleash its full power. But if you think dealing with harsh weather ends with your 4 wheels, there is another battle waiting for you right on your windshield every time the temperature drops. 5. Carto Electric Ice Scraper. Every winter in the colder states, the experience of standing outside scraping ice with a plastic tool and scratching your windshield is something we've all likely been through. The Carto Electric Ice Scraper solves this with a rotating disc featuring 6 rigid plastic blades. You simply place it lightly against the glass, and it automatically clears the ice in seconds. The price is surprisingly affordable, around $40 to $50, even less than a weekend family meal. Many users in the Great Lakes region have left reviews stating that it handles a half-inch thick layer of ice on a windshield in less than a minute, much faster than the traditional manual scraping method they've been accustomed to for years. It isn't something you use every day, but on bone-chilling mornings in Minnesota or Michigan, having it in your car will make you thankful you bought it. 6. Klein Tools Cable Staple Gun. When it comes to electrical tools, Klein is a name every professional acknowledges and respects. The price of around $45 might sound a bit higher than generic options, but you'll understand why the moment you hold it. You can wire a garage, stapling hundreds of feet of cable without a single jam, all while feeling a solid, ergonomic grip. It is specialized for fastening network or electrical cables without crushing the inner copper core, which is its best feature. The body is die-cast as a single piece with a forward-action design, so you won't develop wrist pain even after using it all day. Compared to those cheap Arrow staple guns from the hardware store, This one is in a completely different league. You can fire hundreds of feet of cable without a single jam, but the outer insulation of the cable is a story for a completely different tool. 7. DeWalt Cordless Cable Stripper. DeWalt needs little introduction. That yellow and black color scheme has long been the standard on every American job site. It uses a 20-volt max battery to strip the insulation off thick copper cables, features a system that prevents deep cuts that would damage the copper core, and includes an integrated LED light to illuminate the workspace. The price is around $300 for the bare tool, a worthy investment if you frequently handle this task. While you may have previously struggled with manual stripping knives, which are slow and prone to causing hand injuries, this tool handles the job in seconds, saving you half a day's labor on projects requiring a large volume of stripping. If you only perform occasional small tasks around the house, you might consider sticking with your familiar hand tools and saving this investment for when you truly need it. 8. Wilbond Cable Management Tape. Though small, this is the smartest way to keep your garage or office tidy without having to drill holes in the wall. Priced at only about $20, this is a Velcro-style fastener designed for carpeted floors to hide and secure electrical cords. You simply roll it out, lay the cables on top, and press to secure. Compared to rigid cable conduits, this is much more versatile, but it is only suitable for carpeted floors. Don't buy it for smooth concrete. If computer cables running across the floor have made you trip, using this to secure them will keep everything neat and organized. 9. Makita DMR301 Construction Site Radio. More than just a standard job site radio, this Makita also serves as a charging station for the company's 10.8-volt, 12-volt, and 18-volt batteries. It features Bluetooth connectivity and an IP64 dust and water resistance rating, making it rugged enough to toss around in dusty environments without needing to be babied. For those in construction, this is practically the soul of the workday. Compared to cheap Bluetooth speakers, this unit feels rock solid, produces sound loud enough to drown out power tools, and most importantly, is as tough as you'd expect from professional Makita gear. You've just seen a smart tool that combines two functions into one. Now, let's see how the next item goes even further by solving the problem of welding without access to a power grid. 10. ESAB Renegade Volt ES200i. If you need to fix a broken iron gate at a farm where the nearest power outlet is too far, bring out this Renegade, pop in the battery, and you can weld on the spot, finishing the job in 15 minutes. The price on Amazon is around $6,000. That sounds expensive, but to be fair, you're buying the freedom of mobility, not just a welding machine. This is a cordless stick and TIG welder powered by DeWalt FlexVolt batteries, allowing you to weld in the middle of a field or up on a roof without dragging around tangled extension cords. No other brand, like Lincoln or Miller, offers this level of mobility while maintaining such massive welding power. 11. BeamNova I-Beam Clamp. If you work in a machine shop or warehouse, not having this clamp is a major oversight. It is specifically designed to clamp onto I-beams to hang hoists or pulleys. It can handle a load of up to 4,400 pounds thanks to its thick, rust-resistant alloy steel construction. Yet the price is only around $65, a figure that makes it hard to believe it can support such heavy weight. When you hang an old car engine from a beam for disassembly, tightening this clamp makes it feel like part of the steel itself. It provides absolute peace of mind and performance that outclasses the loose, generic clamps floating around on e-commerce sites. 12. Milwaukee Magnum Corded Drill. Even though battery-powered tools are very powerful now, when you need to drill through reinforced concrete or thick steel plate and want the machine to run continuously without worrying about battery life, corded drills are still king. At only $180 to $250, it is much cheaper than a high-end cordless kit, with durability that doesn't fall behind. Its motor is extremely robust with high torque, and the handle rotates 360 degrees for comfortable leverage. It's like a heavy-duty truck compared to a battery-powered sedan. Plug it in, and it runs to the very end without ever losing steam. If you're planning an upgrade, look at the 40-volt cordless line, but don't throw this corded machine away. There will be times when you need its absolute consistency. This drill never runs out of battery, but what if there isn't even a power outlet on the job site? 13. Hilti GX3 Gas-actuated tool. It completely eliminates the need for tangled cords or lugging around a bulky air compressor. Just attach a small gas canister, and you have enough force to drive nails through hard concrete or thick steel. If you're installing partitions in an old warehouse without electricity, you can use this to fire nails continuously into concrete walls. Every shot hits home, and you never have to worry about the jamming or lack of power common with early cordless tools. The price typically ranges from $850 to $1,000. It sounds steep, and the genuine fuel cells and nails are pricier than standard ones, but that is the cost of reliability. Therefore, this tool is only truly optimized for those working on large-scale projects or professionals in the trade long-term. 14. Makita X Vi R01 Brushless Riveting Tool. The brushless motor provides extremely strong pulling force, capable of pulling even hard stainless steel rivets without a hitch, and it comes with a very clean mandrel collection box, so you never have to worry about scattered rivets damaging tires or causing hazards on the job site floor. If you are renovating an old corrugated metal roof and have to pull hundreds of rivets, using manual pliers will make your finger joints ache as if pricked by needles in just 15 minutes. With this Makita, you just place it and press the button. You finish the job 5 times faster, and your hands stay fine, though the price of about $300 to $400 excluding the battery also makes you have to consider it carefully before buying. The only thing is that the weight of the machine is a bit heavy, so working overhead for a long time will make your hands feel a bit tired if you are not used to it. 15. Cine Tools Shortened Screwdriver. The short handle design allows you to wedge into narrow corners close to the wall or inside cabinet nooks. It contains many ready-to-use bits inside, so you just take out whichever one you need. You once had to tighten a screw at a cabinet hinge right next to a wall corner where a long screwdriver could not rotate, using this one to slip in. And it was solved, avoiding the need to take the whole cabinet door apart. And the price is only about $15, cheaper than a lunch, but it saves you from a whole afternoon of struggling. The only thing is that because the handle is too short, you will not have strong leverage like a long-handled screwdriver, so it cannot be used to tighten screws too hard. 16. Roberts 10-99 Multi-Floor Cutter. Specializing in cutting laminate, vinyl, and engineered wood flooring by a stamping mechanism, it creates no dust and no noise, giving extremely square and clean cuts. You redo the living room floor, cutting the planks right at the installation spot. There's no need to run out to the yard to saw. The cuts are tight without any deviation, saving hours of sawdust cleanup, worthy of the price of about $350 to $450 that it requires. 17. Log Drag Hook with Handle. Cleaning up firewood after a storm without back pain seems simple enough, until you actually have to bend down and carry heavy wet logs all by yourself. The Log Drag Hook with handle solves that exact problem with a serrated steel hook tip that digs right into the wood, paired with an ergonomic plastic handle that keeps your back straight throughout the entire pulling process. On Amazon, longtime users often point out a practical detail more compelling than any product description. Since buying this hook, they no longer have to call their kids or grandkids over to help every weekend. Gathering firewood for the fireplace, clearing fallen branches after a storm, or hauling logs out of brush can all be done without getting tree sap on your sleeves. At under $30, the price point tempts many people to give it a try, only to ask themselves why they didn't buy it sooner. This hook isn't meant for ancient tree stumps or logs thicker than 12 inches, so knowing that limit beforehand will keep you from being disappointed by misusing it. 18. Bessie Panel Carrier. The Bessie Panel Carrier is simple but saves your back from hugging a 4x8-foot plywood sheet and carrying it on your shoulder. It self-tightens when you lift, balances the wood sheet very well, and you can carry it lightly without worrying about it slipping. Once when visiting a wood store, the staff there saw you holding this tool and had to admire the neatness of the operation, carrying a large wood sheet with your hands still straight, not bruised or scratched like when carrying it by hugging it. The money spent is also not much compared to the times you have to rub your back after carrying it the old way. The cheap, flimsy plastic handle carriers at the store are nothing compared to the hardened steel of Bessie. 19. Multi-Tool Adjustable Trowel. This stainless steel trowel bends to create convex or concave surfaces, ideal for plastering walls or rounded corners. It features a sturdy fiberglass reinforced handle, When repairing bathroom corners to match arched doorways, this tool saves you from a full day of filing and shaping. You simply adjust the curvature to fit the surface. At around $50, this small investment saves you a full day of labor. Unlike rigid iron trowels restricted to flat surfaces, this is a technical step forward, allowing you to handle curved walls without needing master-level skills. 20. Compact circular saw. A miniature version of a traditional circular saw for cutting wood, plastic, or even thin metal. It's lightweight, offers a firm one-handed grip, and provides extreme accuracy for straight or groove cuts. At $60 to $100, it's significantly cheaper than a full-sized saw. This is the best friend for small woodworking projects. Instead of lugging around a heavy 7 1/4 inch saw to cut a few boards, this mini version is faster and safer. It has been a standard in DIY tool bags for nearly a decade and is a must-have for home woodworking and crafts. 21. Homax Tex Pro Sprayer. The Homax Tex Pro Sprayer is a lifesaver for fixing cracked walls and ceilings without hiring a contractor to make a week-long mess. Used for creating wall textures, it is much lighter than old-style sprayers and connects directly to a portable air compressor. Just hook up the air hose, load the texture bag, and you're ready. At $60 to $80, the cost is negligible compared to a day's labor. When repairing a bedroom, this created wall texture in just one afternoon, a task that would have been a day-long struggle with older tools. It's not for high-rise commercial builds, but in the DIY segment, it outperforms bulky hopper guns. It's lightweight, but handles work that makes heavy hopper guns struggle. Next up is another lightweight sprayer specialized for full house painting. 22. Wagner Control Pro / Flexio. Used for home painting, from interior walls to yard fences, this sprayer requires no compressed air, resulting in even coverage and far less overspray than traditional spray guns. If you're repainting a house, hand rolling is exhausting. Wagner's price fluctuates within a few $100s. It's a notable investment, but it makes the work effortless. Just remember to clean the nozzle thoroughly after each use to prevent paint from drying and clogging the machine. The Flexio and Control Pro lines have been continuously refined for years. The current version is highly polished. 23. Metabo GVP Sander. The Metabo GVP Sander features an incredibly durable motor that maintains steady speed under heavy pressure, perfect for sanding walls, ceilings, and wood without stalling. The classic corded Metabo is bulletproof, and at around $150, it's much more affordable than cordless versions, making it a reliable choice for work near a power outlet. If your work requires mobility or sanding in tight spots, cordless brushless lines like Metabo, HPT, or DeWalt XR offer more comfort and freedom from cords. They are slightly pricier, usually around $250 for the bare tool. 24. Makita 18-volt X2 LXT Power-Assisted Wheelbarrow. A lifesaver for your back when hauling bricks, lumber, or dirt. It uses a brushless motor to carry nearly 300 pounds with zero pushing effort thanks to the electric power assist. The bucket is reversible for easy loading and unloading. At potentially over $1,000, it's much pricier than a standard wheelbarrow, but protecting your spine is paramount. Unlike noisy, unreliable gas-powered carts, this Makita runs quietly, and the battery ecosystem is compatible with your drills, making it extremely convenient. 25. Super Handy Electric Winch. The Super Handy Electric Winch is a lithium-powered winch with a 1,000-pound static load capacity, which doubles when using a snatch block. It's compact enough to toss in a pickup bed, and at around $450, it's significantly cheaper than industrial-grade winches. It's not meant for elevators or heavy industrial lifting, but its mobility outclasses old-school hand-cranked pulley systems. When clearing storm-downed logs, you just hook it up and hit the button. No manual winching is required. 26. Works at Aero Cart. The Works Aero Cart is a true workshop transformer, hauling everything from storage bins and gas cylinders to lumber or cement bags with an optional frame. The solid tires mean no flats, and at roughly $150, it's a bargain for its versatility. It's far more agile than traditional bulky hand trucks that break easily. When renovating my backyard shed, I hauled heavy materials across muddy ground without getting stuck, a real backsaver. 27. Transvolt Roofing Hoist. The Trans-Volt roofing hoist lifts shingles and insulation so you don't have to manually haul them up, which is both grueling and slow. With a reinforced aluminum frame, battery or gas power, and a dual brake safety system, it's in a different league than most Amazon-grade lifting gear. At $2,000 to $3,500, it's a major investment, but well worth it for professional roofers. Competitors like AJC may be cheaper, but Trans-Volt's durability and safety braking are superior. The price tag is steep, but that dual brake system justifies the cost. The next item is a fraction of the price but saves hours of manual mortar work. 28. Quick Point Mortar Gun. A must-have for bricklaying or stone pointing, this tool uses a screw drive mechanism to feed mortar continuously, 5 times faster than traditional trowel work. It features 4 steel nozzles and is easy to clean with water. This is professional-grade gear, not a cheap DIY toy. It's not cheap, but it saves hours on every masonry project. When repointing my backyard stone wall, it made the work fast and left perfectly uniform mortar lines. 29. Garden Weasel Bulb Planter. Made of powder-coated carbon steel, this creates 6-inch deep, 4-inch diameter holes. It retains the soil so you can backfill the hole after planting. Very neat, and only about $20. It can't compete with power augers, but for planting flowers or small shrubs without getting on your knees, it's the best choice. Planting tulips in my garden, the twisting and soil extraction motion feels great and saves my back from crouching. 30. Socktone Ladder. Featuring a triangular stabilizer that reduces sway by 36%, this ladder is lightweight, made of 0.16-inch thick aircraft-grade aluminum, and costs about $105, a reasonable price for occasional home use. Users report a noticeable reduction in wobbling compared to standard extension ladders, especially when standing on the top rungs to reach 10-foot ceilings, providing a much more secure feel. From a $30 log hook to a multi-thousand-dollar roofing hoist, these 30 tools prove that true value isn't just the price tag. It's about saving time, effort, and ensuring your safety. That's what puts them in a different league.